Sorry to lose you on that. So in other words, like, these are the shape now, okay? These are the new ones, the heavier ones. But they're supposed to be into that shape. Forget the part that goes out the front. I'm talking about the side shaping. That scallop there, see it's scalloped and scalloped? I'm going to have to reshape this to look like that. That's one customization. These are going to be custom hammers. Then, this hinge is no good. It's too stiff. I'm going to have to take this pin out, burnish what's called the red pig hole in there, pig eye, and then put in and burnish it with a tool. Burnish means to compress and heat the felt. And then I'm going to need to put in new metal pins. I've never done that before, but I've watched a video and I did make a tool because you have to cut it off flush, and this will cut off those things flush. So that means re-regulating this entire course. Now, I already made one as a test this morning just to see if this method would work, and it did. And I will demonstrate it for you right now so you can hear it. I would say when it comes to stuff like this, you want to try and keep as positive an attitude as you possibly can because it is a big setback, but it's not a setback because the goal is to have a beautifully sounding piano, and whatever it takes to get there, I don't care. I don't care, whatever it takes. Okay, now, as we come down, these are the oversized ones. Okay, now, those are the overbright. This one I made. And this one I'm going to make. So here's the difference. Warmer. So I want that warmer sound. If I do not reshape, so this one is a remade hammer, okay? I'm sorry, this one is. This is the remade hammer, which was actually the D sharp note. So what I did, grab this and bring it around. What I did was to carve away the sides, okay? And reshape this as best I could to give me a hit shape that I think is as good as I can have on these. So, I mean, in other words, I brought the sides in here and I tapered that away and then needled it, cleaned it up, fixed up the knuckle, laid it in, re-regulated it. That means I had to set let off and drop again and use the capstan to get it to the right height because it's much higher, of course, because it has felt. It's stuck up, you know, like that because of the felt. This is the work that's ahead. And plus the hinges. So let me just back up here and just talk with you about some attitude things. You could get feeling overwhelmed in a situation like this, but really you try and look at the positive. You know, at least I'm so thankful that the guy sent me 88 decent hammers, and they're Steinway. They were from a B, not an A, but I can make them work. I have to carve away the material, otherwise it'll be too heavy and it won't have the same feel. So I've got to remove a lot of that felt and even some of the wood on the tail, by the way, too. I didn't mention that. But if you keep in mind that it's a work of love or something that you really enjoy doing, and the important thing is the beauty of the tone when I'm all done, and this is a little bit tame on those notes right now, but I'm going to iron them when I'm done and they'll be a little brighter. I feel they're a little too dark now, while these were way too bright. Nothing I can do to help those too bright ones. I've done everything I can do. I've hit them with chemicals twice from Howard Piano Industries. I've plucked them for a long time. I cannot make an old, worn out, head work, hammerhead that doesn't have any felt. And I've learned that. I mean, doesn't matter what you do. It's not going to be any good. It's not good enough. Not going to be what I play. It's not going to be what I play. I mean, it's somebody else plays. So it's also a great opportunity because, I got to make the tool and I'm going to learn how to put those hinges in and learn that today. And I'll be working on this for a while and carving the felts and learning a new skill. And it will be a custom-made piano. That means that the hammerheads are custom-made. And of course, you also have to be careful because you have to have this correct to lay flat against the strings. It has to be at the right angle, all that kind of stuff. So there's really several nice things to this, but I would just say the good news is I get new skills. I'm going to learn and I'm going to make a more beautiful piano, which is what this is all about. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more work, but I'm pretty well at the end. Once I'm just regulating and dialing in the tone, and that's voicing. I'll call this voicing. So try and look at the positive and try to have fun along the way. And again, where would I be if I didn't have those hammers right now? Where would I be if I didn't have a bunch of decent Steinway hammers that came with shanks and hinges that are here, even though they do need to be worked on a little bit, and this, and not ruined, and I'll have to clean them up. Yeah, I have to clean them like I did the other ones and redo the knuckle a little bit, but at least I got the parts. I can do a lot. I can do a lot if I have parts. I can do a lot, but if I don't have parts, nothing. So having the parts makes all the difference and makes this doable. It's a weird project, I realize that, but that's what we're doing.